Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're in Scotland, Shieldmuir. Very quiet at the moment. I don't think I've timed this the best. Today, back to Edinburgh. We are going to rebuild the junction together. I've spent a long time staring at the map and figuring out the junction, and I wasn't happy with it. And we'll go and take a look at what's happened over there very shortly. People are teleporting into the station. That's a nice feature for Shieldmuir. I don't think it's actually a real feature. I don't know what's going on there. Why did they teleport in? It doesn't matter, does it? There's people. They're making us money. But yes, we're not going to have a long intro. You may notice that the junction we spent so long fiddling with has been deleted. Bulldozed. Yeah, I prepared that much. I slightly changed the orientation of some of the platforms. Nothing too major. It was just a lot of fiddling around, so I at least did that bit. And what I would like to do today is show you what I noticed on the map, junction-wise. I really didn't capture the essence of when we built it the first time. However, I mean, it's roughly in the same place. When I did build it, it was important I did, because I didn't know whether we had enough room here. And for that, we do. There's just a little change we're going to make. Before we go to my doodle scribbles that I've been doing. You didn't want to do that, Grant. You're getting way ahead of yourself. Let's put these back in. One of our main issues when drawing out this junction was we didn't have this wide enough. No, there's a sort of track width we were missing. Well, and for us, it will be a track width. We are going to have to simplify our junction a little bit, which I'll show you in the doodle scribbles I've done. But that's how the junction is going to be coming out the tunnel. These two will be deleted back. Shall we try this? This is what I've spent most of my time on. Staring at maps and that. Now, I haven't hand drawn this. Well, hopefully you can see this okay. It's my first time linking this up. I've got a new button on OBS and everything's not in the same place. First thing I noticed, just here, two straight tracks coming out the tunnel. The middle two tracks that we had initially, they go straight to these two platforms. So that's our first thing. From that point, we can pretty much work out where the rest of the junctions are. The next one I noticed were these ones. This one drifts off gently up there, the orange one, and the top orange one as well, north and south. And then finally, we have these that drift off into there, the green lines. So this is what I'll be looking for. You see, we've still got I can keep the red ones on. Those four tracks coming out the tunnel, I needed to get a point of reference to where each of those tracks went in as straight a line as possible. The next ones I was looking at, yeah, the green one there is a straight line into the station. If we bring up the orange one as well, there we go. Yeah, that makes sense to me. This one is another one that branches from here. Eventually we'll get to those. Which one did I do next? The pink ones. Fairly straightforward as well. Straight lines. Let's get rid of the rest of the gubbins. There you go. And every time I look at a junction, in my head, this is what I'm drawing. Not with so many colours. The next phase is, are there any double slip switches? 3 of them. These are the ones we found. Just hide this. You can sort of tell there's a lot more going on a double slip switch than a diamond. And that brings me to diamonds. There they go. We've got 2 there. And the slip switches are there. 2 diamonds, 3 slip switches, double slip switches. This is also happening. Many people have asked for these. You cannot do this in Transport Fever. So that's where we've got to improvise. We cannot do that at all. We're going to have to stagger the junction slightly and decide which ones will be staggered. Shall we just turn them all on so you can see what sort of a mess it is if, if I didn't have them like this? There we go. That's all my doodle scribbles. I don't know. You can sort of make it out. Yes, that's not what we're going with today, though. I will be looking at the map and we'll be trying to do that without all the scribbles on there. This one was key. These two here are key. That gives you the rough shape of the station. Once you're there, the wideness of those. We do have another one coming off here, but we can branch off that since it's a curve out. The same with this one. This one curves out rather than how we had it before, where this one was branching out of the top one. So there we go. And the red lines I was showing you, that's this one here. Now what we've got to do is replicate all of that shenanigans in Transport Fever. And as you know, we can't split off with threes, but we might as well do the orange tracks, the outside tracks, next, as that goes into this platform. I've taken it right back to the tunnel, so it's not so aggressive and gives us a little bit of room to do all the other switches, crossovers, double slip switches, diamonds. Yep, there's a lot. Next off, we do the bottom orange one, the southern orange line, and that connects all the way into, it was this one, I believe, yes, and then this, we branch out into there. So we've got that. You can see it's not quite perfect, but I do believe we have enough room everywhere. By drawing our straight lines I scribbled, we should be able to make the slip switches. From this line to this line is a good start. That's going to give us our first slip switch, possibly. No, that gives us our first diamond, doesn't it? The angles should also dictate where our slip switches happen. Oh no, Grand, what have you done? You've made a mistake. We had another straight line, didn't we? And that was next to the main line. It went straight across like that, which makes everything else easier. Meaning we have to do the other one that drifts across a little bit further out. Ideally, where it would have been is at this same point, and it would have done the same thing. Whether we ever see that, unlikely. Then again, we didn't have double slip switches before, did we? Now we have to think about where the other tracks are leading to. We've got this one, which is going to make our first, hopefully, double slip switch because it crosses with this one. And it should be at such an angle that it's easy. It also connects to our main line down here. So we're going to take it right to the tunnel there. We have no other tracks coming off here. We could probably... No, you can't make... Oh, it's perfect. Look at this. It's made the diamond, which we can't turn into a double slip switch. And yet the one we do want a double slip switch... Oh, I'm so happy about that. This should hopefully leave us enough room down here to connect into this platform. And then that will be that spot on. Sort of. It's a bit wigglier. Maybe because of the platform widths and the way I didn't really go for it going into a point. I wanted to simplify it somewhat. No, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. It's much better than what it was, isn't it? The other one is near the diamond and branches off that way. Since it's only 20 miles an hour, it doesn't really matter. Where we go? There we go. Is that tidier? That's the northern part of it anyway. Have I missed any crossovers? I do not think so. This about covers it. We've got our diamond here. We've got our double slip switch there. And we've got a mess of tracks everywhere else. We've even got this triangle shape just here, which exists. Right then. Now we've got to do something similar down the bottom. There's a line that heads off to the one under this track, which we're going to have going from that station. It really doesn't matter which way round you draw these out. Do you know, guys, oddly, this is happening identical to how I did it. The one I saved as a backup plan. That is pleasant. So our next straight line is going into the platform below these two, which is going like that. Is that a diamond? I think that should be a diamond. Can we make it into a double slip switch? Oh, we can. That's unfortunate. That means our angle's not quite right. That's fine, though. As long as we leave it as a diamond. We just don't need it as a double slip switch. We've got... Oh, no, hang on. Am I happy with that? I don't think I am. Well, I'm sort of happy with it. Oh, that might be the double slip switch. Yes, no, that is the double slip switch. It's just slightly in the wrong place. No, because this is the diamond. It's the one that attaches to here. It comes off a little further. And it's supposed to go in up there somewhere. Right, yes. We're going to have to wiggle this a little better. Which one do I want to get rid of? It's got to be that one. Because there's a track. This track goes up to there, which creates the diamond. And is that the diamond now? Yes, perfect. We needed this in. This is the issue I have. We can't have a three-way switch there. Now, can we still get the double slip switch in? It's going to be slightly off angle, but as long as we can get the slip switch done. No, we can't. Right. We've just got to adjust this until we can. I really don't think there's a way to do this. This is the correct diamond there. And this does make a slip switch if you do it as it is, which is correct. That should be a slip switch just there. But we really need to get this diamond, and I don't know how to do it. Oh, hang on. There we go. Right. Yes, these are way closer than they should be. This should be further down here. Do you know, I'm half tempted to say that line should actually be connected into there. That might explain why I can't get these angles correct. Yeah, I think I'm going into the wrong platform. Thinking back to my doodles, that is exactly why that's not a thing. Guys, we may have it. We go into, I believe it's that one. That's given us a better angle, hasn't it? Yes. Perfect. Delete that back. That one's confusing you. Let's draw this one straight. That's how that's supposed to be. That should make the double slip switch. Has this moved along slightly? No, it's just in the same place. You've just done the same thing, haven't you? Have you done the same thing? No, we've got this extra one here now. That should be right. And this one should make the other double slip switch by coming into there. Yes, do these make... Yes, they do. One there, one there. Maybe this is a little further back now. That's better. Yeah, there's a little bit more space. The diamonds are in the same place. Do I like it? Yeah, because this track, the one that we hooked into originally, should actually hook in like that. There's nothing special really about that. We're just going to put it in there. And then finally, a little bit further away. This isn't quite how I'd like this, but I am going to simplify it where possible. Are we happier with that as the junction? I'm trying to zoom in. Let's hide all the gubbins. Yes, I think I'm happier. We just do a little bit of a flattening. I don't think I achieved anything better when I did it. So, yeah. I'm not keen on the way it does the bumps down here, but what can you do? We could put invisible track there. But what's the point? We'll hide it with something. Yeah, no, we've got everything in there now, haven't we? 100%. Double slip switch, double slip switch, double slip switch. Quick look at the map. And there it is. Let's see if I can't get the angle quite right. I don't know whether the camera view will allow us to look directly down at it. But, how's that look? A bit better, right? I think I'm happy with that. It's a little bit squished, but that's made me happy. We don't have the greatest amount of room, do we? North and south here are separated. The tracks do not cross over. There's no way to get from this side of the tunnel to that side of the tunnel once you're out of the tunnel on the east side. That's because on the west side, that's where all the shenanigans happens to line you up for Edinburgh. So if we switch back to the map and we go to the other side... Oh, I'd love to put that building in. Look at that. That's what should be on top of our bridge here. Or tunnel. Tunnel, yeah. Don't get distracted. Dear oh dear. Here we go. Here's all the crossovers. Fairly straightforward. We cross over there. And we cross over here. And then you've got the U shape. The elongated U shape. It's like a big curve, isn't it? And then we cross up there and we cross up there. That covers all of our bases. We do seem to meet back up to 4 tracks wide. And then we branch off. And this is our shots line, I think. This bottom one, the southern one. Should we do this and then we've got that set up? Where we're going to have signals, I've got no idea. We're going to have to cross that bridge or that tunnel when we get to it. I would like us to start heading back to follow this. We're going to be much further this way. This is the big tunnel that we haven't got in yet. And then there's a station on the outside, is that? Maybe. We'll do the middle track. Actually, no, you want to do the outside tracks first. Or do you? No, I know what to do. Because they do meet, but these inside ones drift out to the outside ones rather than the outside ones drifting in, if that makes any sense. Possibly not. We just want to get where these would be, which would be something like that. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to make these drift in, to be honest. Oh, I guess, yeah, I've got a rough idea. We could have a gap in the middle, slightly, which would separate the 2 tracks and give us a little bit of junction room. Yes, and we know how to do that, don't we? Yeah, let's back these up a little bit, all the way to the bridge. I have a plan. If we drift at least one off, like this, and have it going straight, but we want it to curve round. Well, no, we can curve it round anyway, can't we? We want this to... Oh, not that. Spoilers on what I'm going to do, by the way. We'll go something like this, but we'll have a little spacer in between, which should allow us to drift off. We have that there, and then we delete that back. Yeah, there we go. That should give us what we need, and then it looks like this is meeting this one. I love it. Right, we've got the shape, guys. Look at that. It gives us a little bit of room up here for some crossovers. Now, we do want these quite high up, don't we? Because we don't really want to elongate this any more than we have to. So we can end this junction as soon as possible. I do want to stagger them as they would be in real life. So that can go in there. We need a gap. Somewhere like that would come in this way. Yeah, are we heading round nicely? I think we are. Bring this around. We might need some more room. Yes, we will. Like, loads of room. Keep our spacer in there, why not? Yeah, I'm sort of happy with this. Do we like this spacing idea? It gives us a bit of extra scenery and everything's not perfectly aligned. That's going round like that. I do want these outside ones to be connected. Definitely. Yeah, that's giving us our U shape. Elongated U shape. There we go. Oh, that's perfect, isn't it? We're going to straighten up a touch for this. Get this nice and flat. We will need to force a tunnel. Get you nice and straight. That saves us needing a spacer because we're just going to go straight. And then we need our other crossover, don't we? Which will be one here. And the other one would be up there. That's it, isn't it? That meets our needs. That allows us now, from any of these tracks up here, to get to any of these platforms, and vice versa. I feel like I've done a better job with this junction than I have with Glasgow Central and the approach. Although, I don't have to build on a bridge here. which makes things a little trickier than it should be. Our next station, which I believe is this one that we've got marked on the map, is Haymarket. One of the big stations. It's not a million miles away from Edinburgh Central. It's not what it is. Edinburgh Waverley. It almost looks like it's a 4-track tunnel. I don't know whether we want 2 tunnels or not. I can't really tell from the map. But how long do we want it, or do we want to abbreviate it? I mean, it's certainly a long tunnel, and you want to get that feel that we're approaching Edinburgh from the east. From the west even, heading east. So if we bring this up, we're going to need to do this to start our tunnel shenanigans at the very least. Do we want to dive under? We want to dive under as soon as possible. Come on, make a tunnel. We need a bit more height just here. Probably just a smidgen. I really want to give us like a straight edge to go under there. Come on, give us a tunnel. You can do it. Or you can't. Seriously, you don't need that much land for, for a tunnel. You really don't. We could head down, technically. Just how much am I going to have to need to raise this land? I mean, it doesn't matter because we're slightly in the wrong place, aren't we, at the moment? Will you make a tunnel now we've got a bit more room? Nope. How high do you want this? There. Don't ask for any more because you're not getting it. There we go. It's a good job. Listen to me. That's not what happened. But right. Now we can have a tunnel. Thankfully. Do we want to join up, or do we want 2 separate tunnels right next to each other? I mean, you're asking for trouble if you're doing this. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it looks okay. I just don't know whether it's single tunnels like that. I can't see any crossovers, so possibly. I think we've got the right angle, though. Today's going to be all about making sketches, isn't it? No, I don't want you to come out yet. Well, do we? Let's make more of a tunnel for it. We are going to have a section where we build on above all of this. I would like to get the road network in, possibly. It's going to be tough to get this junction working as well. I mean, we've got a good run now, haven't we? Maybe there would be okay coming out. Yeah, maybe. Should we accept that? Is that enough tunnelage? I sort of like it. Is it straight? We've kind of gone wonky, haven't we? I don't know how, but we have. There's one way to do it. We know it's a 2.5 meter platform. We're not staying at 20 miles an hour. No. I do have the track speeds, or a few of them, for out here. And just for drawing this, I would like to... Why aren't you snapping that piece of track? There we go. I think that's got it, hasn't it? Yeah, I think it was snapping. I just forgot how to play the game. Because I'm just so eager to get this as good as possible. Right, now. Connect up here. Oh, please tell me these are in the same place. Has that staggered my tunnel now? Oh, that might actually be a thing. That actually might be a thing. It looks a little like it on the map. I mean, we can cover it over, can't we, with our block building tools. What I need to do is take that back now, ready for Haymarket. Is it Haymarket? I believe so. Out here. In fact, it does separate. I've just noticed. The station is almost directly after it. However, this is unfortunate. There's a bigger gap out here. Who was telling me? Yeah, I wasn't looking at the map. I was too busy fighting with the game. Right, take all of that back. Let's get that tidier up here again. And I don't know how steep that's going to be. I've noticed that around Edinburgh, the bit around the station, it's kind of in steps. There's a first bit, first level, and then a second level. Not there though, we're going to do some stuff there. So I'm looking forward to trying to do that for Edinburgh. Lots of grass and stuff as well. So up this end, what we need is probably the bigger platform. This one. To kind of get the slopey in. And we're going to need to do it out here immediately after the tunnel. So if we can get that, doing something like that, where we gradually drift out. Oh, I think I might have nailed that by accident. It's a good recovery. Oh, the junction. It's a good recovery after what happened previously. Connect that up. Ooh, do you know what I haven't done? I haven't saved it, guys. Don't tempt fate. The platform's a little bit curvy, by the looks of things. Or do we want to go for that? This one isn't. This one is straight. I have a plan. This one's already, like, attempting to curve. So if we go with a... How long do we want this? I'm going to say it's going to be big because a lot of the big trains stop here. Which are what? 100? How big are our big trains? They're like 220? I want to say 220. Now, where's our big... because they're going to be the... I believe the East Coast trains go past there. Which are going to be pretty much this length, aren't they? And I think these go up there as well. Well, the odd one does. Something goes up there. And it's going to be quite long. Manage vehicle. How long are you? You can find out now, can't you? It didn't used to have the lengths in. Not 139, that's the speed. Didn't used to... Yeah, there it is. 230. 220 should do then, shouldn't it? For the back end. Should be fine. Where are we? We're miles over here now. Actually miles over there. Right, this is going to be a ginormous station. I don't mind it. Maybe a little further then. We'll just take it another 10, 20. Well, we just want a bit of space, don't we? I don't know when we're heading up just yet. Another 20 meters, and that should give us enough room to draw our two platforms. I can't decide, guys. Do we want to put the tiny curve in? It's just a tiny little wiggle. I'm really tempted to simplify it so that we can have a nice looking station, platform wise. A 240, I guess, would do us. Do you know what? Yes. We can make this work. 240, leave a gap. I like the idea of it. Which means all we have to do... Oh, I don't know where platform 1 and 2 is. It looks like we've got a platform 0 up here, which we can't do, so we're going to be one off. I'm saying about platform numbers, this is going to be an absolute mess anyway. So, yes, I think we just go with ignore platform 0. It would be nice just to number the platforms whatever you like, wouldn't it? I mean, internally, they could be numbered what they want. I mean, visually, just give them a name. Then it could be 1B, 2B, it doesn't matter which order they're around. Internally, the train will just be a pointer. Yeah, why isn't that never been a thing? Okay, you're getting distracted with ideas. Let's just get your station in. We'll go with 5 tracks, because that's what it is. In fact, I believe that's about right. We need 240, and that's it. No, I'll take that. I will absolutely take that. We're going to get in here. We need to detach from there. We'll detach from there as well. We'll get it all perfectly linked up. Give ourselves a nice flat section there. There we go. Make sure that we come out. We've got a new name, haven't we? Because we've put more towns in. This is Haymarket. We need to configure this. The tracks are not all the same in this. I'm going to get rid of them and then I will put the track speeds in. Now, I'll be using Open Railway Map to try and get the speeds in first time. And starting with platform 0, which will be 1, is 25 mile an hour. We're going to go, it's not all the way to the end. We're going to go about that far. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then our next 2 tracks are going to be 35. Can't hold down mouse button. Good to know. Then our next one, which would be P3, I believe, technically, is 40 miles an hour. And finally, we've got 50 mile an hour on the outside. We've got big crossovers and stuff. I don't know how we're going to do that. There's platforms to walk over. We could just go with straight up elevators or something. I've got a nice building blocks, but they don't work with this style station. And I really love that our station platforms look like the UK. We just miss out on covered walkovers and things. So we could go with something like this to represent what goes on. I mean, I'm not keen on it, but it sort of works, doesn't it? It sort of works. There we go. Yes, maybe. Maybe. I'm sort of willing to accept it. There's a big building place here. We're going to need an exit anyway, aren't we? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that there. Just so we know this is a terminus. That should give us a bit of room to build some buildings. It is covered. I don't know what we're going to have on here just yet. I guess what we should make sure is, can we hook up into the tunnel again? That would be miserable if we can't. Oh, please. Do we want 20? We might as well go 35 up there. That's what it is at this station. I think it is in the tunnel as well. But I will tidy up all the speeds once we're done. Now that would be 40, for instance. And then that would be 50. But we've got Haymarket in. Guys, that's not bad, is it? Then we're at this point here. We've got to make up a little bit of ground. And we should be able to do that. I should build these all at the lowest speed. I'm going to just do it like that. What this does mean is eventually we're going to hook up, aren't we? With all of our other network. These bottom tracks are the ones we're going to be working on first. And that would be branching up there, and it would be 25. There we go. Now we have trams in Edinburgh, that's for sure. And we'll be getting those in. Now we do have a 25 up down here somewhere. A little bit before that, so we can put that in. Just there. Lovely. Right. That's more than what I was expecting to do today. By a long stretch. Now, the covers, to me, look like it's actually part of this. This would be a long slope down. That would be a long slope down. This would be a long slope down. How on earth do I replicate that? I don't know. We could just put like a roof on it. So from a distance it looks okay. I don't know which roof we can use. And we just really need a plain flat roof. Yes. Maybe something like that would do. I don't know what it looks like. That might do. It's okay. The tracks themselves would be free, so it'd be something like that. Not there, obviously. That's silly. Well, no, it would be there. Yeah, you're not going to replicate that, are you? No. No, you'd need... Yeah, no, that's not going to work grand. It would be maybe something like this. I've not actually looked at these. Oh, yes, something like that might work for us. Those. Oh, that's beautiful. I didn't know that was a thing, guys. Oh, get in. Wow, that is absolutely marvellous. Oh, I love it. Hey, that'll do, wouldn't it? How far does that go? It doesn't go down very far. In fact, we're a little far that in. I can't believe this is in. I want to redo stuff. Oh, I'm excited. That is wonderful. Yeah, we'll bring this down one. Then that'll make me happier. And then we'll do that whole roof thing, which is superb. I don't know whether I should be this excited, but I am. I mean, it doesn't do exactly what we want it to do, but it looks amazing. Right, where were these? All the way down there. What's the old one do? The old one doesn't do it, but the new one does. Yeah, look at that. Oh, it's superb. Oh, I wonder if we can use those anywhere else. It's absolutely brilliant. This one goes a bit longer than that one and things like that. I'm going to elongate these just because I love it. There we go. Do we like that? It's fancy. They're way fancier than what's there, but oh, isn't it marvellous? Oh, no. I put this in the wrong way. Oh, I'm so sad right now. Well, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We've got the tracks in either end. Does it matter at all? Yeah, I would like it just one off. But I will not bore you with that. I will do that off camera and I'll just moan at myself for getting it wrong. I should have put a building on, shouldn't I? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. I never realised which way the buildings are. This was a good test though, regardless. You'll know how it'll look. It was fairly easy to do. I'm very happy with it so far. How we're going to work this out is something I'm going to have to take a look at. But we're going to be heading up here. There's big gaps. That's our branch off. If we head this way, look at that. We're up to the West Coast main line there. And I'm going to hit play. We can't have a ride out of here yet, because we've got to set all these platforms up. But quick last look. New junction layout. And then we've got another junction bit here, which gives us access to everywhere and everything. We've got our Haymarket with all the platforms in the wrong place. But we don't have a platform 0 anyway. It's fine though. I'll keep the tracks. Well, it's going to be pretty straightforward where it goes, isn't it? We've got it lined up ideally. I've just got to flip it. And which brings me back to, can we have it so we just label the platforms rather than rely on internal numbering as the platform names? I think that would be the best bet all round anyway. We don't need to know how the game is doing it, do we? We just want to see the pretties. We've got a way to go. We'll probably start heading up this way. We'll finish off Edinburgh. I was going to call it Birmingham New Street. It is giving me flashbacks, that's for sure. Because we haven't even started on all the coverings and stuff. That's so cool though, that up there. Guys, this is a build, isn't it? We're building. We're having a major start to the east side. I think we've got the layout. This bit will have in roughly the right place. In fact, it will be in the right place. And we'll go from there. Well, I should give you a little train ride. I don't know what we're going to ride on. What we got available. Where did we ride last time? I can't even remember. We might as well get on one of the local trains. Anything heading back, I guess. This one's heading out, so that's just going to be nothing. Alright guys, I found us a train, Glasgow to Edinburgh, and it's not there yet, the track, but we're making a start in Edinburgh. We've got 2 of the major stations in, even though I've got to redo the other one. That's fine. I'm excited for how this is going. I really am. The connection we're going to have on the shots line will be the first step. It'll also connect us up to the West Coast main line. And I'm going to leave you on this. I'm going to go away and research how we're going to do the next couple of junctions so that we can get the shots line continued. I mean, it's the Edinburgh to Glasgow via shots line. Just easier to say the shots line, isn't it? But yeah, I love that new station canopy thing we've got going on. That is brilliant for the 900th. Look at everybody using the lift thing there. Oh, that was brilliant as well. Right, I'll leave you on a little bit of a journey here. What are we doing? We're slowing down. There might be a train in front. Who knows? And next time out, we'll get some junction work done, more junction work done, to the heading west again, heading here to this line. And I'm looking forward to it. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.